people see pollarded trees for the first time, they often think the same thing. Why do these trees look like they have heads? It may seem strange, even artificial. But pollarding is not just a visual style, and it is definitely not a modern invention. It has deep historical roots. For a very long time, trees have been shaped by browsing animals. First by prehistoric herbivores, later by large mammals such as mammoths, aurochs, bison, and domestic livestock. Their feeding kept trees within reach and encouraged repeated regrowth. Humans eventually turned this natural process into a management practice. Instead of cutting trees down completely, people learned to harvest their regrown shoots again and again. These secondary branches provided valuable resources: winter fodder for cattle and sheep, bedding, firewood, and sometimes useful timber for tools or construction. And the great advantage was obvious: the whole tree did not have to die. Compared with felling, pollarding offered something remarkable. The tree stayed alive, and its crown could regenerate quickly, ready to provide more material in the next cycle. Over time, the tree adapted to this repeated cutting. The reduction points thickened, swelled, and gradually formed the structures we now call pollard heads. From these points, new shoots emerged again and again from dormant and adventitious buds. This process also brought internal change. Repeated cutting created many wounds, small and sometimes larger ones, and with them came dysfunction in the wood and the development of decay. But that did not automatically mean the tree became dangerous or unstable. In fact, the opposite was often true. Because the crown was regularly reduced, its sail area and overall weight remained much smaller. That meant lower mechanical loading even in strong winds. So although decay could develop inside the tree, biomechanical failure was often avoided, as long as the cycle of management continued. And that is the key point. A pollard only works as a pollard if it is maintained regularly. Depending on the species, this may mean returning every 1 to 10 years, sometimes a bit longer, but the rhythm matters. Once the cycle is broken, problems begin. These trees are not only useful to people, they are also extraordinarily valuable for biodiversity. Old pollards can contain cavities, decaying wood, microhabitats, and sheltered niches that support insects, fungi, birds, bats, and many other organisms. They are living ecosystems, and visually they are unforgettable. Twisted, swollen, sculptural, they create forms that are both ancient and expressive. Today, the original economic reason for pollarding has mostly disappeared. In many places, it no longer provides fodder, fuel, or timber in the way it once did. But its value has not disappeared. What remains is immense ecological importance, cultural history, and a very distinctive beauty in the landscape. That is why pollarding is still relevant in arboriculture. But it must be done properly. True pollarding begins when a tree is still young. The terminal shoot and side branches are reduced at the chosen height, and then, at regular intervals, the new secondary shoots are removed as they regrow. This is very different from topping. Topping is a one-time heavy cutting back of a mature crown. It causes a massive imbalance between the reduced canopy and the existing root system, leads to extensive dysfunction in the stem, and usually accelerates decay and decline. It is not traditional management, it is damage. Another major problem is the lapsed pollard, a tree that was once pollarded but then left unmanaged for too long. Its secondary crown becomes larger and heavier, while the attachment of those shoots to the old pollard heads is often weak. The result can be breakage, crown failure, and sometimes the loss of the whole tree. So pollard trees are not just odd-looking trees with heads. They are historical treasures. They are biological hotspots. They are shaped by centuries of interaction between people, animals, and trees. We should learn to recognize them, understand them, and manage them with care. Because pollards are not broken trees. They are living monuments. And if you enjoy looking at trees, not just as background, but as living history, living structure, and living habitat, subscribe to the channel. We explore the stories hidden in trunks, crowns, roots, and landscapes, and the ways arboriculture helps us understand and care for them better. There is a lot more to discover.